have everything from a Heisman to a Nagurski in their rich legacy, and today in Minneapolis, the Golden Gophers hope to add another memorable chapter. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 45, and what good field position after that return. The Golden Gophers offense is on the field for the first time today. Historically, guys, Michigan has kept a death grip on the little brown jug. Gophers hoping to put that thing in play today.
And you see that little brown jug in the celebration after every Michigan-Minnesota game, and you're right. Michigan has had it for the majority of the time. Minnesota knows that. I got to do something about that today.
Yeah, Minnesota plays in a lot of trophy games, don't they? But this is one they would love to put in the trophy case a lot more consistently. To do that, they have got to match the intensity of Michigan in this game, and they have got to be more physical than what they've shown in recent years.
Wide out in motion. On second down, wants to throw. He's got his man. This rivalry dates back to 1892, but it was in 1903 that fielding Hurry Up Yost was worried that Minnesota would contaminate his water supply, hence the start of the little brown jug.
How about that, man? A little tampering back then. A little, you're gonna fix the game, mess with my slate.
Man, come on, whatever.
And he ran away from the crowd.
I'm in man coverage.
Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
So the Michigan Wolverines offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You've got to be careful. And David, I like these guys too because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Michigan completely controlled this rivalry game last year and just took the jug away from the Gophers.
Listen, Michigan's a program at this point with recent success.
Ball's out. Oh, and just like they threw it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still
Here we go with the mindset.
What a lucky break for the run. I can't imagine what goes through your mind when you cough it up. You're like, oh, no, and just huge panic. I got to get back to the football. He did a good job finding his way back to the football after he made the mistake in fumbling in the first place.
Handoff from the gun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25.
You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the Wolverines get it past the sticks.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
They'll go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. In the lore of the little round jug, guys, it originally was just a water jug that Michigan wanted back, and Minnesota told them
impressive-looking trophy out there for sure. But listen, it was important. I mean, it was helping hydrate people back in the day, David, so, you know, you get points for that.
Not expensive, but you know what? Anything that drives the hate between people and the animosity, sign me up, bro. And so we got to play for it. It means something, and people arguing about it. Little brown jug.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short.
Dude, I threw the ball.
He got drilled trying to deliver down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. They'll try it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense
Dude, it's 230 pounds. He's going to carry him some.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them.
Oh, shoot. That's my fault.
Intercepted.
I've been playing online.
But just what they needed to get the ball back.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Well, it's plays like that that help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender. Understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go. And not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Trying to pick it up on the ground. The Wolverines have a 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that 1st down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They'll try the right side. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure. He knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. He'll try to tack on one more.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I give the tight end a lot of credit for holding on to the football. I know he's a big guy, but he just got whacked.
Lining up from the 34 on first down.
You should, at the end of the season, you should let them enter the portal one time.
He's looking to throw it. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Offense gets set for second down. The give to the left side. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlock after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Soft spot in the middle. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
On second down, he's looking downfield.
It was a screen.
Incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you can tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Quarterback will audible. He's going to pass. Fires to the tight end. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
And that pass will be jarred on second down. That brings
tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
The Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Too big, dude.
Is in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get and live to play another day.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. He makes the catch. And
Hey, when they make me big hit like that, nowhere near the
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. From the shotgun, the inside give. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And the quarterback knew that counter run play was going to be successful. He did a nice job counting the box before the snap. He knew he had good numbers. He knew he had good angles and blocking. So that is a green-lit play from the get-go. Hand it off, go make yards.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Getting some heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
They'll run play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Like like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
He finds his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
They'll give it to the back. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the catch. It's Peppers. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Wolverines will move the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick.
And they will
Let's go,
score.
Keith.
Touchdown, Michigan.
Get out of man.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Looking to throw for it. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before they're good. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking to move it through the air.
Oh, that was mine.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Great job by the DB seeing where the ball's going and breaking it. And I know that sounds stupid. Of course, he's supposed to do that. But a lot of times the angles you take are sometimes compromised and leaves you giving up big plays. Nice job going straight to the football and swatting it on the ground.
Hello.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again.
Oh, because Kendall, he's
And
bringing
he'll
Kendall
chuck
home.
it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
And there's a great example of living to play.
You already know that. Why are you asking that
In the
again?
pocket, nobody open. Throw it out of bounds.
No, I didn't. I said I was moving
Running
the
out of
truck
time here in the
to
first
get
half.
the
They're gonna have
turns.
to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
No return possible on this when it goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he makes the catch at the 10. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. That is just a punch in the gut for any offense. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we are just about ready to go in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, Dave.
Makes the catch down the right side. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or
That
disrupt their
dude,
timing and their
he don't cover
rhythm. I
this.
can't give him these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's loose. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job.
Ah, come on, big boy.
And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverine. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Michigan has dominated this rivalry over the years, and they look oh so close to securing the jug again.
You look at Michigan on paper, and they have an advantage all over the place against Minnesota. It was a question of whether they could just stay out of their own way. If they eliminated the mistakes, we knew this was going to be a tall order for Minnesota, and Michigan just looks dominant.
Yeah, it stinks, but it is the facts. The facts are you're less talented at Minnesota, and you've got to play really, really well, especially in these rivalry games, and hope to catch Michigan.
Had that blitz on the backside.
That little brown jug is inching towards Michigan's sideline now.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On second down, looking again to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say it's out of bounds, an incomplete pass.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's loose. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up second and 4.
See, they need more runs like that. It's just been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off the blocks and grounding the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game this far.
Trying to impose their will with the run. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Golden Gophers are marching down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete. Finds a crease at the 20. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
And they'll finally make the tackle at the 3-yard line.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are...
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to get back in this ball game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. ULM is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Malone Stadium, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over South Alabama. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Power football with the run. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The Wolverines want to move quickly. On second down, looking to throw. Coming after.
Oh, I thought he was going.
Zings it complete to the right.
I thought she was going to keep going, Fred.
There, moved it forward just a few.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Way to follow your blocks.
Moving by picking up the first down, they have it at the 36.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it.
And the ball is picked
Too
up.
late. Oh,
And he's
he
wrapped
covered
up
it.
after a solid return on the pick.
Zone is obvious. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
They get him down after he makes the catch.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Fights off a defender. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
We reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
I gotta stay in there.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They've been running it, but now the pass. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Looking for room. It's Addison. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All third downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now. For this defense, if they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
Receivers telling the quarterback
Oh, crap.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a
He false started? Come on, man.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. Touch pass on the run. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. And the Wolverines are rolling down the field.
Chip, there you go. We'll take 6.
Pick up of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything.
Oh, we got to reach. Got to reach.
And you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This
Good reach.
line is
Good reach.
late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And this is so frustrating late in the game when you got to get the football back and you can't stop them. My goodness, this drive's been going play after play after play. This defense has got to find a way to bow up, make something happen, get a stop, and get the football back.
Got his man on the right. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Addison. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Skips away from pressure. Fires to the end zone.
Oh, that's the ball.
Incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that's one of those as a quarterback. You're out on the perimeter of the field. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. You think you can fit it in there, but, man, you've got a lot of speed. Next time you're in that position, you might just decide to take off because you might just go score.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge 3rd down. He wants to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Hines is tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Golden Gophers in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, going up top. Hines is big tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football.
Boy, how about this over on that?
Last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry.
I was training.
And the Golden Gophers are flying down the field.
Oh, really?
I've never had a hurdle jump in my
Comes out
life.
throwing on 1st down. He's got his
Yeah,
man. Good
so
solid
it's
pick up there now. They can start to smell it with the first down
on
on
my
the
face.
31.
And I
They'll
jumped
hurry
right
to the line with the clock still
Really?
running.
I did it with a full approach, and then I did it jumping lateral,
He
and then I
wants
did
to
it just
throw.
jumping.
Makes the grab on the left.
He's
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Tight end finds a soft spot. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. And that ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown Wolverines. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Texas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And that incomplete pass
I was
caused
gonna
by
say,
the
he
big
caught
hit
that?
on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you can tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Golden Gophers racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the
Dead
connection
now.
on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like.
That's
Hopefully
my
you can
fault.
learn from it and do better next time.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's got the back in the middle. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41? Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. And he's just going to spike it. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the quarterback is snowed under. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead.
Looking for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10.
Well, that's how they do moonball. Well, that's not a moonball. That's just an out
And
athlete.
the route is
It's not a glitch.
They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now,
Get
listen,
them
the
recruits.
handshakes, they might get a little
Style
bit interesting
points.
after this game, but the offense did their job.
From inside the 15, here's a return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to throw on first down. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0, ball game is over. You know what's great about rivalry games?